Today we're getting into Keith Whitley for the first time on the channel. Ain't No Stranger to the Rain is the song we're being introduced to from Keith. And we're arriving at this one via a sponsored video. One of our longtime sponsors. He's been around a long time. Jamie, thanks so much for sponsoring this video. He has given us a very diverse catalog of different artists.
Yeah, I believe the last one that we did was the Rolling Stones.
Can't You Hear Me Knocking? That was the last one.
Yeah.
And this is why it's an interesting pick from Jamie, because he's definitely more of a hard rocker from our experience.
But he was telling us that this is actually one of the first songs he ever remembers hearing. And this is because his dad was a country fan.
Yeah, 4 years old, apparently, Jamie was when he first heard this. And so we're going to be traveling back in time to check out Keith here, who unfortunately passed away way too early. He was 33 years old when he died of alcohol poisoning.
So sad.
When he was really, hitting his stride
Yeah.
in terms of success in country music.
Well, this had just come out a year before in 1988, and it went to #1 on the country charts, and it was his third #1 single in a row. And then this also won a CMA award, but that was actually awarded to him after he had already passed away, unfortunately.
Yeah, so, it seemed like he was an artist that was really making a big impact, and maybe now is looked upon as a what if, what his career would have looked like if he hadn't have passed away. But we haven't heard anything from him, so we're always open to more insights.
Yeah.
Jamie has got him on the channel. Now you got to give a shout out to Jamie down low in the comment section, and then you got to say, okay, Sam, Phil, you've been introduced. Now next, we got to check out this from Keith Whitley. That's your responsibility on this video.
Let us know where to go next.
Yeah. Anything else that we forgot to mention before we get started, Sam, about Keith?
I don't think so. I think I'm ready to get into it.
All right, let's roll.
I'm no stranger to the rain. I'm a friend of thunder. Friend, is it any wonder lightning strikes me? I've fought with the devil, got down on his level, but I never gave in, so he gave up on me. I'm no stranger to the rain. I can spot bad weather, and I'm good at finding shelter in a downpour. I've been sacrificed by brothers, crucified by lovers, but through it all I withstood the pain. I'm no stranger to the rain, but when I get that foggy feeling, what am I feeling now? If I don't keep my head, I may drown. But it's hard to keep believing I'll even come out even while the rain beats a hole in the ground. And tonight it's really coming down. I'm no stranger to the rain, but there'll always be tomorrow, and I'll beg, steal, or borrow a little sunshine.
You gotta love country. I mean, storytelling in country, and painting a picture. You never go wrong with that. And Keith's voice, though, right away, as soon as I heard his voice, it put a smile on my face, because he's got such a impactful voice. It's kind of telling you what he's going through, right? And that has been, something I've really enjoyed with my journey in country music, is there's always seemingly like some important meaning, or what's the moral of the story. You always, not always, but often
A lot of the
get
times.
that.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like, to me, this has like a very traditional classic country sound. Like a lot of country, I would say I'm not as familiar from the 80s. This was 88, but into the 90s and into the early 2000s had a lot more of like pop country crossover. And to me, this sounds like
Yeah.
traditional country music, like the sound and tonality of his voice, the instrumentation that's chosen, even just kind of the melodic flow of the music. Gives me that kind of like hearty country feel.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think his vocal is perfect for that. It has this like warm but strong with slight accent to it.
Yeah.
His delivery.
Well, I think what I was going to say was you mentioned strong, right? And the vibe of the song kind of makes you feel like this strong character has been weathering the storm.
Yeah.
And
Like in life.
yeah, but like he's not like arrogant about it, that he's going to be fine, but he's just confident about it. Like, I've been through a lot. I'm going to get through this just fine. I'll be okay. But you get that from his voice as well, right? You get that like that confidence, that like presence that would walk into a room or something, you know?
For sure. And like, he's talking about his brothers and being, taken advantage of by lovers. I think it's a really cool way how he uses the weather, but then there are subtle undertones of how he relates that like to life.
And then the sunshine.
Yes, looks for sunshine.
He's going to grab some sunshine when he needs it.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's really coming down. I'm no stranger to the rain, but there'll always be tomorrow, and I'll beg, steal, or borrow a little sunshine.
Love the
I'll
keys
put
in this.
this cloud behind me. That's how the man designed me to ride the wind and dance in the hurricane. I'm no stranger to the rain. Oh no, I'm no stranger to the rain.
Love those keys.
I'm no stranger to the rain. I'm a friend of thunder. Friend, is it any wonder lightning strikes me? But I'll put this cloud behind me. That's how the man designed me to ride the wind and dance in the hurricane. I'm no stranger to the rain. Oh, I'm no stranger to the rain.
One thing that's interesting is I had said at the pause that his voice is strong and exemplifies strength, which it does. But it also has this touch of like comfort to it at the same time, like makes you feel like there's comfort in that everything's going to kind of work out and be okay.
I think that is country music a lot of the time. It gives you that comfort, Southern comfort.
Yeah.
But I think that it was cool too, from the standpoint lyrically, that it was all built around the theme of weather, right? Like around rain. It wasn't just like, yeah, I'm going through the rain and you get that. He made references to hurricanes, the wind, clouds, sunshine,
Thunder, yeah.
Just the whole
Lightning.
theme of it was how because it's so cool, how you go outside and the weather can really set the stage for your day in a sense. It's a nice, beautiful, sunny day outside. You walk out, this is great. I'm in a great mood. And then it's dark, it's dingy, it's cold or whatever. And you're really don't have all that much energy. And so, it really does relate to a mood. And I feel like that's what Keith captured so well on this, and using all those references, is how, weather really is a way to resemble exactly what we're going through. And for him, he was going through tough times, but he was going to be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I think also too, I don't know if you heard me well, you probably didn't hear me because of the music playing, but I said I really liked how they utilized the keys in this song.
I said the same thing, so I guess you
Really?
didn't hear me. Yeah. So this is one of those situations where I'm going to look back on editing and be like, oh yeah, we said the same thing at the same time. We didn't even notice it.
Yeah, I think it was like right before that instrumental break is like when I said it, and then I liked how they used it. Like it stood out to me in parts of the chorus, and then it came in with the instrumental break, and I was like, yeah, this is fire.
Yeah, I would say also there was more to this one than some of the other country songs that we've done. You know, sometimes it's, you know, a couple chords and, you know, you've got a storytelling and that's at the forefront lyrically, so you can pay attention to it, but there's not a lot of instrumental backing. This, I felt like there was a ton. You mentioned the keys, obviously. And then there was, I think it was a slide guitar. I don't know if there was a steel guitar. And there was other strings I felt like that were in there as well. And I don't know if it was like a wind instrument or what, but there was something in there that caught my ear as well. So, you know, first time listen, it's hard to catch everything, but I felt like there was a lot to this. And great message, great song, and great request by Jamie.
Yeah, good pick. And
But-
I like this was so different for you, Jamie. This is very different than the normal ones.
Yeah, it definitely was. But Jamie does have many great picks. So make sure, like I said, you give him a shout out down below. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you have a great day. Don't let that rain get to you. Don't worry. The sun shines around the corner. Have a great one. We'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for watching, guys.